Let me tell you something most salespeople don't want to hear. People don't buy from the smartest person in the room. They buy from the person who makes them feel safe. Think about it. You've met salespeople who know every feature, every answer, every question, and speak confidently, and still you don't trust them. Why is that? Because intelligence doesn't create connections, but empathy does. Buying is risky. It doesn't matter what you sell. Real estate, cars, software, services, or anything else in the world. In the back of the buyer's mind, there's always a question. What if this is a mistake? What if I regret this? What if I look stupid? When people feel judged, rushed, or pressured, their brain goes into defense mode. But when they feel understood, their guard drops. That's what you need. That's why empathy isn't optional. It's a closing skill. Now let's clear something up. Empathy is understanding their world, their risks, and their fears. It is not agreeing with everything, and it's not being soft. And it is definitely not losing control of the deal. You can challenge someone without threatening them. Empathy means connection first, direction later. Imagine a client says, I've had bad experiences before. A weak response is, no worries, we're different. But a strong response is, sounds like you don't want to go through that again. All that stress. Am I right? You hear the difference? One dismisses emotion and the other acknowledges it. And once emotion is acknowledged, it stops controlling the conversation. This is something Chris Voss, the former FBI hostage negotiator and author of Never Split the Difference, calls labeling. You name the emotion without judgment. For example, you can say, sounds like you're frustrated, or it seems like you're worried about making the wrong call. Another example, feels like you've been burned out before. When you do this, you're telling the buyer, I see you. And when people feel seen, they stop fighting. Another powerful tool is mirroring. You repeat the last few important words that they say. If a client says, I just don't want any surprises later, you respond with, of course, no surprises at all. Then you stay quiet. That silence invites them to go deeper. It invites a response. Mirroring slows the conversation and makes people elaborate. It shows you're listening. And that is not manipulation. That is respect. There's also tone and pace. Many salespeople try to match personality. If you match tone, pace, and the energy, this is what happens. If they're calm, you slow down. If they're analytical, you stay structured. And if they're emotional, you have to stay patient. People trust what feels familiar. Not fake, not forced, but truly aligned. So here's the simple brain science. Emotional validation reduces resistance, and trust lowers the brain's threat response. So remember this and write this down now. Safety comes before decision making. If someone feels unsafe, logic does not work. Features don't matter, and discounts will not save you. But when they feel safe, they will listen to you. They will open up, and then they will decide. Let's be clear. Empathy is not a trick. If you fake empathy, or if you try to fake something, people can feel it. Real empathy means that you actually care about the outcome for them. you're willing to walk away if it's wrong, and you're not trying to win the conversation. That kind of authenticity is rare, and rare stands out. So I want you guys to write this down. This is an important one. People don't buy when they feel pressured. They buy when they feel safe. And it all comes down to this. Empathy builds safety, and safety builds trust, and trust builds sales. So be human first and seller second. If this video helped you in some way, subscribe to this channel, drop a like, and let me know, what do you think is the best way to build trust? See you in the next video.